Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Carmine Sabia for Explain America, and election interference has been caught on video. And the perpetrators, well, they didn't think they would get caught, but they did. Before we get started, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Those little things really help us out, and they help our channel continue to grow. And if you're not watching us on YouTube, guys, come on. Follow that address in the lower right-hand corner. It's youtube.com/@ExplainAmerica. And when you get there, hit subscribe absolutely free. It really helps us out. You know, the media should have to be charged with a donation in kind to the Harris campaign with some of the things they've done this election season. And as Harris is cratering in the polls, well, their interference, their cheerleading for her has gotten more and more blatant. And I don't know if it was ever so blatant as two things that CBS has done recently. One, they edited a Kamala Harris answer on Israel to make her sound competent when in fact she rambled and rambled and rambled. They cut out all the rambling and made it sound like she gave a competent answer. That's election interference number one. Election interference number two from CBS News, which is the former home of Dan Rather, who I call the grandfather of fake news for what he did to former President George W. Bush and those fake papers he had. But CBS News, so it should be no surprise, then edited an answer that Speaker of the House Mike Johnson gave this week that made it sound like he was admitting he was incorrect about what's happening with hurricane funding and how people in these states in the South are suffering at the hands of the Biden-Harris administration. But what they weren't expecting was that Speaker Johnson, well, he had his own copy of that interview. Yeah, he had it taped too. And he juxtaposed both interviews, the CBS version and his version, against each other. It's less than a minute clip, so I want you to see it. And it shows exactly what CBS did and how dastardly they actually are. Please watch this video and then let me know what you think in the comments.
So that's a different accounting than this 2% you say was distributed.
Yeah, so they've obligated some funds, but they've only distributed 2%. The rescue and recovery effort's still going on, and then we address the rest of it.
So that's a different accounting than this 2% you say was distributed.
Yeah, so they've obligated some funds, but they've only distributed 2%. And when I was there on the ground, and you should go, I mean, bring the cameras and talk to the people there. They'll tell you, don't take politicians' words for this or the administration's word. Talk to the people there on the ground. They had not been provided the resources almost 2 weeks out from the storm that they desperately needed. And when I was there, 13 days post the storm hitting that state, people are still being rescued. They're stuck in the higher elevations in the mountains because the roads are down and all the rest. So they need every available resource and all hands on deck. The rescue and recovery effort's still going on, and then we address the rest of it.